186 billion into AI chips this year.
See, that's insane. So the estimated cost of a smaller AI build out runs between 150 to 380 million dollars. You have large clusters of computers. You have mega computers. This is why the RAM shortage is happening. They have so much volume of capital. They need so much constant hardware, right? Hard drives break. There's power outages. There's spikes. They're running these things 24 hours a day. They need superior cooling system. And even so, these components will fail. So the demand is so great for the graphic cards, the flash drives, the SSDs, the hard drives, the power, the space, the compute. The demand is so real that the problem is that building the infrastructure to accommodate everyone using ChatGPT, this new technology being woven into the very fabric of our lives, it is massive. And so the demand is there. The problem is that the demand just disappeared, right? We weren't ramping up production 3 years ago, 5 years ago, anticipating the AI adoption rates. And so what happens is you have a shortage of supply, you have manufacturing to fulfill a normal level of demand, predicted level of demand. And now AI has this massive demand that just came on the market. And so we cannot set up the infrastructures for manufacturing fast enough to resolve the problem of demand that AI has for new data centers. They have deep pockets, they're buying up everything. And the economic impact that this has is that large companies for like Dell and other production companies of hardware are actually downgrading the amount of RAM that they have in a commercial product. They're figuring out how to optimize more speed with less. And the principle is like, imagine when six-cylinder cars were very popular, then eight-cylinder cars, and they said, wait, let's try to supercharge a four-cylinder engine. Let's go back and try to re-engineer something smaller so that we can get more capacity out of it.
Yeah, yeah. I think I think people are going to start flexing RAM sticks now, right? Instead of money, they're going to be doing a RAM spread instead of a money spread. You know?
We'll walk around showing people pictures of laptops. How much memory do you have, right? It'll be the new currency in this oil boom that we have with data.
Yeah, I'm going to make a chain with 128 gigabytes of RAM on it, just to flex on the haters.
Do you think that people will start opening GoFundMe projects with AI data centers, right? At what point the amount of capital required to build these is you need investor backing for a self-started AI company to just go out and compete with large-scale frontier models. You really need to have some very specific knowledge, right? We're talking the Neo car coming up versus the Tesla. We're talking very specific knowledge about better development over the architecture of the product, which gives you some technical advantage, or just sheer brute force and capital. SpaceX was coming around. You had Richard Branson with Virgin Mobile creating his own space, but he had better funding at the time. And so it can really quickly become a game of technical capacity or infrastructure capitalism to develop the better system faster. Because at this point, speed really does translate into new value being created.